If there's something that I've learned about type 4 hair when it comes to type 4 kinky hair, afro textured coily hair, it just wants you to just put in a protective style and leave it alone. Make sure that you moisturize it as much as possible when it gets dry, because that's how you can grow type 4 hair.
Oh no no no, baby, baby. Oh no no no, oh yeah, you are hotter than curry.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Daxi. If you're new here, thank you for joining, and if you're not, thank you for clicking on this video. And if you're not yet subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button after watching this video and give it a thumbs up, and hit the notification button as well so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, so from the title of the video, you can already tell what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about protective styling, and in specific, I'm going to be talking about correct protective styling. I know this video has been long overdue. I have been wanting to make it, but school called, and guys, when school calls, you just gotta answer. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into this video. Okay, so but before that, let's just appreciate the sun. Let's just appreciate the sun and how it's hitting my face, and it's about to set. It's like 4 p.m. In fact, it's 7 p.m. It's about to set. So okay, let me just get straight into this video. We all know what protective styles are at this point right now. We all know what protective styles are. Protective styles is just any kind of hairstyle that just tucks your hair and the ends of your hair away from the factor of the environment. Protective styles are just braids, cornrows, braids, twists. All of these are protective styles. As much as your protective style looks good in your head, and you know you can flex with it, and you know you just look good in your protective style has to be actually protecting your hair. One way to correct protective style, and also for a protective style to actually be protecting your hair, is that it doesn't have to be too tight. Like, you can have a protective style that's not tight. It doesn't have to be tight so that it looks good or sad. I know we think that for a certain style to look good, it has to be tight. The style that you install in your hair can be loose and still look good. The thing with tight hairstyles is that they just cause traction alopecia. The first thing that will go is the hair that's on your edges. That's the first thing that will go. I actually did a video on traction alopecia last time, so if you haven't watched that video, you should stop watching this video and go to that one so that you can clearly understand why tight hairstyles are they're just not it, sis. So if your style is really tight, tight to a point where it actually gives you a headache, then that style isn't protecting your hair, or it's actually damaging your hair. So make sure that you loosen up your protective styles. You should be able to tell your hairdresser that, okay, the style that you're putting in my hair, it hurts, and tell them to loosen it up. If you're doing a protective style that can harm your edges, make sure that they remove the edges from the hairstyle. Second way that you can correct protective style is keeping your hair in for a maximum amount of time. Keep it in for a long period of time. If your goal in that protective style is to actually grow your hair, make sure that you keep it in for a long period of time. As for me, I keep my hair in for a maximum of 3 months. If I'm really crazy on growing my hair, if I really want to grow my hair, I keep my protective style in for 3 months. 3 months tops. I never go beyond, I never go under that. It's just 3 months. If you feel 3 months is too much, try keeping it for a month or so, or 2. The point is, you shouldn't be taking down your protective style for a short period of time. Don't take it down after 2 weeks or 3 weeks. 1 month should be a maximum if you don't want to go 3 months. The point of keeping your protective style in for a maximum amount of time is so that your scalp adjusts to that hairstyle, and also that your hair grows. Because once you take down your protective style fast, you're causing tension on your scalp, and this can really damage your scalp and also your hair. So keep your protective style in for a maximum amount of time. And also, I want you to just imagine how much manipulation was taken to actually put that protective style in your hair, and then you're taking it down fast, and also the manipulation that's there as you take down your protective style. It just doesn't add up. You'll be breaking your hair more than you actually be growing it. So just keep your protective style in for a maximum amount of time so that you can actually have maximum hair growth. And number 3, as much as it's okay to do any kind of protective style, you can do braids, you can do braids, you can do weaves, you can do twists, you can do cornrows. I feel like it's better to do a protective style that you can actually moisturize, because when it comes to type 4 hair, when it comes to type 4 kinky hair, afro textured coily hair, this type of hair just wants you to moisturize it. It wants you to leave it alone. It wants you to moisturize it. That's how you can grow type 4 hair, because type 4 hair is coily. It's coily, it's kinky, and whenever you comb, when you comb roughly, you'll be breaking your hair more. So the point is, whenever you have a protective style in, make sure that you're moisturizing your hair, because your hair is like a plant. Plants like water, your hair likes water. So make sure that you're moisturizing your hair in that protective style. Make sure that the protective style allows you to moisturize it. Do not let your hair get dry in that protective style. So guys, the sun has just set. The sun has just set on me. Like,
the audacity?
I still have to continue. I still have to finish this video because I just have to finish it. So when it comes to moisturizing your hair in a protective style, let's take for example in braids or any kind of protective style that you use like certain extensions or certain material, I recommend moisturizing your hair with an oil, and use a light oil or an oil that your hair porosity can actually absorb easily, because when you use a heavy oil or when you use a butter, it causes product buildup. I have been getting questions on how you can reduce product buildup when it comes to protective hairstyles like braids and whatever. So I like to look at things as the best way that you can solve a problem is to actually see how the problem is caused. So product buildup is caused when you use a heavy product, a heavy oil, a heavy butter on your hair, on your scalp. To this kind of protective style, most especially braids, the material that they use to make braids, it's made in a way that it absorbs the product in your hair quickly. No wonder most of the times when you moisturize your hair today, tomorrow you find that your hair is dry. So if you notice that your hair type or your hair gets product buildup easily, try to reduce the number of times that you're moisturizing your hair. Mostly it's for those people that have an oily scalp or hair. They have an oily hair type, and then they moisturize their hair like 3 times a week. If you get product buildup fast, try reducing the number of times that you moisturize your hair to like once a week, so that you can reduce product buildup, and also use less product so that you can reduce product buildup. Lastly, like I said, don't use heavy products. Don't use a heavy oil, don't use a heavy butter. Just use a light oil or an oil that your hair type can easily absorb. I know that I've talked a lot about moisturizing your hair, because moisturizing your hair is so important when it comes to type 4 hair, because when you don't moisturize it, your hair gets dry, and dryness causes breakage. And I think this brings us to the fourth and last thing that you can actually do to correct protective style. So the last thing is that make sure that you are washing your hair, guys. Yes, I know it's a protective style. I know that most people, even I, used to think as though just because my hair is in a protective style, it's in braids, it's in what, I'm not supposed to wash it. But that's where I went wrong, and that's where a lot of us go wrong. You are actually supposed to wash your hair, especially when it comes to long-term type of hair. Like if you keep your hair for 3 months or for 2 months, make sure that you wash your hair. Because if you don't wash your hair, excess product and sweat is going to block your pores, and then your hair isn't actually going to be growing at a rate that it's supposed to be growing. And then you're going to say, okay, my hair isn't growing, but it's just that you don't wash your hair. And it's also best to wash your hair if you are keeping that protective style in for a long period of time, because guys, let's be honest, hair smells. It does. The moment that you just switch for even three weeks, your hair is going to smell. I know this question is also going to come up. How many times am I supposed to wash my hair? Honestly, I don't think there is like a recommended time for a person to wash their hair. It all depends on if your hair feels dry or not. As for me, my hair is somehow of a dry type, so I only wash my hair once a month, because my hair is already dry and then I should be washing it like after every week. I don't do that. I wash it once. So wash your hair according to your hair type, according to when your hair gets dry, and also when you start to feel it smell or itchy. That is the best time to wash your hair. The point is, if your protective style is meant to be kept for a long period of time, make sure that you're actually washing your hair to grow. And also make sure that you're protected as much as your hair is in a protective style. And okay, it's in a protective style, it's away from the element of the environment can harm your hair. Yes, make sure that you're covering your hair at night, because protection, when it comes to type 4 hair, it's all about protection. It's all about protecting it. So I hope you have learned something from these tips, and I hope you follow them so that your hair grows. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.